Hey, we're live.
Hey, we live. All right, here we go. For
Yep.
anyone who comes in, for anyone who's watching the replay, I'm here with my buddy Alex from Iskandaria. I'm saying that right, aren't I?
Yes,
I hope
you
I'm
are.
not butchering it. Okay, good.
I'm impressed.
Okay, because I remember I was intentional when you started your channel. I was like, okay, I want to remember how to say this, and sometimes I don't. But if anyone, I know you were in the chat when I talked to Christopher Rocky, and I was like, pronunciation matters to me. I hate pronouncing things the wrong way.
Yeah,
So
I know. I'm
it's
the same way.
yeah. So I'm glad. But anyway, we are here, two members of the Red Company, which will be having our first discussion here in a little over a month. I think is what we decided. So
Yeah,
that's exciting.
it's gonna be so
Um,
good.
it's gonna be fun. Alex obviously has an awesome YouTube channel, does some super cool, like, I do the easy content, right? I do the here's what I'm gonna read, here's what I just read. It was awesome, whatever. You do some really cool deep dives into stuff, and that's actually what the first thing I want to ask you about
Hmm.
was like when you go in and here's Cal once again with his mayonnaise question. All right, really quick because he's got to leave. Let's do it. Alex, what do you? I answered this before, but what do you think?
Any mayonnaise.
That's exactly what I said. Mayonnaise is overrated.
Thank you. I hate mayonnaise.
What's up, Slay? Thank you for being here as always, man. Appreciate you. Slay, by the way, did you hear the new Slaughter to Prevail song that's based on Berserk? Because it's sick. Okay, gotta ask
Ooh.
you that.
Speaking of, have you read the new Berserk chapter?
Not yet. Not yet. I need to.
Yes.
It's good. I tried to read it the other day, and it wasn't translated yet.
Oh,
So
I tried to read it yesterday and it was translated. So I'm like, hell yeah.
yeah, yes, sir. It's
It was
awesome.
so good. I know.
It was yeah, I'm excited. Yep. Maybe I should be banned. Agreed. But yeah, I'm excited to get, maybe I'll go do that right after this call. We'll
You
see. 'Cause
should, man.
I
It's
gotta get
so
to it.
good.
Well, speaking of Berserk and speaking of what I was kind of getting at earlier was like you do some really cool deep dive videos where you kind of like hone in on a theme or an idea or just some aspect of some story.
Hmm.
And you recently did one for Berserk that about the struggle that I love that video, dude, and I really
Thank you.
I respect the amount of reflection and time and thought that goes into something like that, rather than me just being like, "Oh, it was a cool fight," you know. So I guess what's sort of like the, obviously it's got to be fun to make those videos, otherwise you wouldn't do it, right? But like
Mhm.
what makes you lean towards some of those that, I don't know if I'd call it like video essay territory yet, but I could see
Mhm.
yourself like really. It reminds me of some of like Bookborn stuff, where it's like it's very thought out, laid out. This is the idea that I'm exploring, and this story is just kind of the vehicle for it. And I just think it's cool. So like, I would love to hear you talk about that a little bit, like why you want to do that. Does it feel like a lot of work, or is it just super easy and natural, or what's going on?
I'm gonna start off with saying I improvised that entire video.
Okay, sweet. Well, that's cool.
I sat down and said, "Okay, let's go."
Awesome.
But um, the thought is mostly I talk to myself a lot like a psychopath. So when I finish a book, I will talk my thoughts out. Or even throughout a book, I'll think about what I love about these characters and what is it serving. And so for the most part it does come pretty naturally, and I think it's just because I've been reading fantasy since 7th grade, and that makes it 5 6 years. And also Berserk has been so influential to me.
Mhm.
Like I throughout I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't have read pretty much any of this if I hadn't read Berserk, which is about up there. But it's the reason I started reading novels and got into all this stuff. And so I've had a lot of time and I'll think, why did I love that? I always love to think that, why did I like this?
Mhm.
And so why did Berserk resonate with me so much? And that is that theme of one of the themes to me is betrayal. Throughout my life I get constantly ticked off when somebody when I feel betrayed. and so I kind of have to hone myself in. And I seeing Guts and his just absolute rage fest at times could be a little cathartic.
Sure.
But
Sure.
and I wanted to just take a bit of a look and go a little bit deeper into that. And also that I'm in school and we're doing multiple different analysis of books. Last time we did The Great Gatsby, which was not a fun thing to do,
Yeah,
but
I didn't like that one. There's colors,
yeah, yeah. But I think I half-assed that, but and I still think I did pretty good. But
there you go.
uh, yeah, I think for the most part it's just natural. I think
That's cool.
I try to connect the dots as much as I can.
That's awesome. What else is awesome is Slay sending Brian and John Berserk.
I know.
Uh, I would be very stoked to hear them talk about it. Maybe we can
I
get a group discussion going. That'd be super fun.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, man, it's it's funny. My growing up, you know, I can't even remember when I started reading like I remember reading like fantasy and sci-fi when I was like like Narnia and just all this Artemis Fowl, like these like things when I was really little. And it was always just like a pure entertainment thing for a long time.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like really reflect and think about it that much until just like the last few years that I started doing that more. And it's I feel like it's still a skill that I'm building. And I've really liked the videos that Philip and AP did about like analyzing stories.
I know. I haven't finished them, but I watched I think the first four or so, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, they're so good.
they're
I loved
awesome,
it
man.
so much.
Yeah, they're so good. And I really identify with what they were talking about. I think it was in the intro episode when they were like, when you take the time to analyze something, it makes you enjoy the thing even more because you understand it. And it's like,
I know, right?
yes, dude, it's awesome. Yeah.
Like you
So it's
look at it
cool.
and go, look at all these different layers and all these things that are
Yeah.
right there. It's so good.
Yeah, and that's the discussion does that a lot, at least for me, right?
Mhm.
Like, talking about Harry Potter with my friends when the books were coming out or the movies were coming out, and then, like, I was, me and another friend were telling somebody else who wanted to know what Berserk was about, but didn't wanna take the time to read it. He was like, "Just can you just tell me the story?" So when we were telling him, it was, like, this really cool process of like understanding it even more or
Mhm.
like now that we have this cool booktube thing and having discussions like that's going to be amazing and
Oh yeah.
it's yeah, Stepan, what's up, man? Glad you were here.
Hey,
slay also
Stefan.
hated Slay also hated Great Gatsby, yeah, for sure.
Oh, hold on.
um
Who in their right mind would love Daisy?
I don't even really I remember the name Daisy, but I don't really remember that much about
Yeah,
the character. I tried to black that out, to be honest, because I really hated the the process of analyzing that one, but
I
I don't
can't
know.
blame you. I
Did you
was
have
told Sorry, say that again?
Go ahead. If you had something related to say, go ahead.
I was told to reread it, and I just said, "Nah."
Yeah,
I
right.
think I read 2 chapters, and I made my entire essay based off that.
Nice. Good for you. The, did you have any books that you were forced to read in high school that you actually liked? Or grade
In
school?
high school? Hell no. I have had one, there were 2 in 7th grade. It was The Princess Bride and Mouse. Princess Bride was amazing. I love The Princess Bride.
I never did that one.
Really? Oh, it's great.
But I read, Trust of the Emerald Sea, and I hear that that's close enough.
I was about to say, have you read Tress?
Yeah. I love Trust.
Oh, then go
Great.
read Princess Bride.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to there's definitely some, like, classic stuff that I should get to. I remember in my like, grade school, I didn't like anything we were forced to read, like,
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
same.
all I remember, like, Where the Red Fern Grows, it was just sad and made me cry at the end,
I've
but,
actually
like,
never
not
read
in a it was just sad. It wasn't even, like, a powerful, like, "Wow, this is, like, making me cry because 'cause I'm so connected." It was just sad, and,
that.
I don't wanna spoil anything, I don't it would make more sense if I could spoil why it was sad, but,
I am going
um,
to read that, so please don't.
there you go, and
One day
then
in the future.
yeah, or like Old Yeller or like stuff like that that I was forced to read. And then in high school, I got to choose between American literature or British literature for a class. And obviously, I choose British literature, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So we did like Beowulf,
Oh,
and
come
we
on!
yeah, we did Beowulf,
You got to
and
do
then we did
Beowulf?
it was a shortened version, but we did a Beowulf, and then we did Frankenstein, and, what else? There was something else. We did,
Crow something.
one of the I think it was Macbeth. It was one of the Shakespeare things,
Oh, okay. I'm not
but
surprised for that.
yeah, but and I remember it was like Frankenstein I just liked in general, and I wanna reread it because I barely remember very much about
Yeah, I
it,
wanna
but
reread it too.
yeah, the with, like,
Or
Beowulf,
sorry,
for
not reread it. I've
example,
never read it. I want to read it.
it's pretty short, if I remember right, um,
Yeah, I think so.
but, like, Beowulf was, like I remember being like, "This is really cool," but the way that the class was structured took some of the enjoyment. I was like, "Can I just read this book and have fun? I don't wanna have to, like, but, what is this? Sinners in the Hands of an Angry God. I don't remember that one.
I've never heard of that.
We didn't do that. Junji Ito's take on Frankenstein. What is this? I don't know what that
What?
is.
This
That
is a
sounds
thing? Hold
cool.
on. Tell me
Links.
the name of that. Explain
10
this slow.
links, Slay. Um, but yeah, man, I've actually been thinking about this a lot because when I talked to Christopher, we talked about it a little bit, and then I heard he did an interview with the channel iWizard a couple
Mhm.
days ago that came up that he was talking about similar things about like the way that we're taught about reading and writing in school and how it's probably not the best
It's
and
not.
like all of this stuff, and it's just been making me think about it so much about like I feel like life could have been so different if like can you imagine if like Philip was your literature teacher
My
or
god.
like it just life would be so different, man.
Oh, yeah. I have been lucky to have, I think, 2 really good, literature teachers. I don't one of them was just I don't think she was a very good teacher, but she gave me Princess Bride and she gave me Mouse, and
Nice.
she was a great person. And then I had another teacher in ninth grade, sweetest lady, great teacher. She gave us the Odyssey, actually, now that I think about it, which I liked,
Yeah, those are cool.
and she's just a nice lady, and she would really uh most of our grades would come from seminars, or I think it's what they were called, and we would sit down as a class and we would just discuss the book.
Oh, that's cool.
And I thought that's a really good way of trying to get people's thoughts into a book.
Yeah, that's awesome. There's another one. I've not heard of this either.
I have heard of Anna Karenina. I have a friend who really likes it, and I have absolutely no idea what it's about.
That's the title or that's the author?
I think that is the title.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I had a teacher that she was in hindsight, I think she was a really good teacher.
Hmm.
I think she was really cool. I was just I don't know, I was kind of a punk in high school. Like I was just this just dumb. It was like I was really good at school, like
Hmm.
especially like math and science and stuff.
Oh god, math.
And
Math kicks
yeah,
my
and I kind of just had a bad attitude about like I don't need to pay that close of attention. I'll do fine on the test anyway. And I was just, I had that, and then I was like this weird emo kid at the same time, and like I was just, it just wasn't. I'm not proud of who I was in high school, but what are you gonna
yeah.
do? So I think that I took a lot of the joy and the learning that I could have got out of that class. I think that like I avoided it on my own.
Hmm.
It's so lame.
I in your defense, I think that early school does a shit job of making us want to read.
Yeah.
Like, I remember the only reason I liked reading, or the only reason I like reading to this day, is I don't know if it's yes, I have it here. Hold on. Wings of Fire. Oh god, is a book series I read in third grade, and it's dragons. Okay, I like dragons, and so I go cool, cool stuff, and I read the books, and I go, oh, I really like this, and so I read all the books, and for a while I would just read this, and then a cousin of mine told me to read Mortal Instruments,
Hmm. Yeah.
which you don't tell a 9 or 10-year-old to read a YA series that is pretty spicy.
Oh, is it? That's what is the? Is it Claire? Is that her name? The
Cassandra
author?
Clare, yeah.
Sandra Claire. Yeah, I've seen those. The titles look cool and the covers look cool. I've never read them, but
Oh, you're the paperback covers?
yeah, maybe. Sure.
Probably, because the what's it called? The hardcover covers are really bad.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate you.
That's
I
still
like
better
to
than being a peaked in high school guy.
yeah.
That's
I
true.
I like to think I've still not peaked, but we'll see. We'll
I
see.
sure hope I haven't peaked.
Yeah. That's actually interesting that you bring that up. I'm trying to think back to, like, the first, book or series or something that made me, like, really love reading. I'm trying to remember what it was. Um, it might have been Artemis Fowl, to be honest.
Really? I
I
actually
really
have
loved
never read
those.
Artemis Fowl,
They were fun. It's definitely, more sci-fi, but it was fun.
but as a crime, I can say that I've watched the movie.
I have not. I haven't seen any adaptation stuff.
I know. So, this is because I think for most people from my age, they've all read Percy Jackson.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was a little bit, that came just too late for me.
Ah, yeah. So everybody's read Percy Jackson, and they go, "Oh, you haven't read Percy Jackson, Alex? You read all these other things." And I go, "Yes, I haven't read Percy Jackson, okay,
Yeah.
but I've watched the movies." And they go, "You son of a bitch."
Uh, I might try those at some point. Hi, Evie. What's up? Thank you for not reading and watching this instead.
I know that's a
Um,
really hard thing to do.
yeah, for sure. Especially the book is probably a more coherent, nice experience than listening
Oh
to
yeah,
us ramble.
because believe
But
me, I will take this in every which way direction that I feel like.
the Percy Jackson thing is I feel like I read the first one, I think it was sometime in high school because it was like there was a list of books we had to choose from,
Hmm.
and I was like, "Oh, this one's got, like, a fantasy thing. Okay, cool." And I think I was in high school, so I wasn't really the target age range anyway, but I also was, not very open to it, whereas I think now I could go in with the reference frame of like, "Oh, this is
Yeah,
like a middle grade YA whatever kinda deal." It's kinda like I'm enjoying Skyward because I'm going in knowing that it's YA and I don't expect it to be Stormlight and,
yeah.
like, you know.
I went into Mistborn expecting Stormlight.
Okay, yeah. I read
That
Mistborn
burned
first, so I think it's good.
me.
Yeah, it's a little I do have hopes for Era 3 though,
I do too.
being really, really cool. So, I still enjoyed Era 2. Era 1 was my favorite.
Yeah,
I thought Era 2 was still really fun, although certainly not my top of the 2,
yeah.
especially
The first
Alloy of Law. I wasn't crazy about Alloy of Law, but
Yeah, the first 2 books, they didn't click with me,
I think
and then
I hear that quite a bit.
Fans of Morning, I'm like, "Oh, I'm getting into this." I
Great.
admit it's probably because of the cover. It has it's that light blue that I love
Yeah, it's
so
nice.
much, and then, uh, Lost Metal was it Last Metal or Lost Metal?
Lost. Yeah.
Lost. I just really liked all the Cosmere references, I'm not gonna lie.
That was fun. That was a fun book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, so I can't wait. I don't know how we got to the Cosmere from this, but I can't wait to
I
get
don't either.
into, I can't wait to get in there and see what's up with Era 3, and then, like, I'm excited for the Elantris sequels.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know not
that'll be
everybody is, but
I actually
I'm
quite like Elantris.
yeah, I did too. I mean, that was another one that I went in, I was like, "I know this is his first published book.
Yeah,
Like, it's not gonna be his best thing ever, and that's okay."
I think
But,
that's why I liked it. I thought I expected crap. I didn't get crap.
no, not at all. Lectin. I don't know that name. Is that a booktuber?
Yeah.
Sounds
Hold
like
on.
it. That sounds cool, though. I love channels like that.
That is very interesting. Speaking of Jared Henderson, if you've ever watched his videos, I love his videos. They're so good.
Mhm. Yeah,
He,
yeah.
you know what? Maybe I shouldn't go on that rant because he's
Fair.
just so awesome. I love all his videos. He spoke about the problems with the university system. He spoke about Kindle and the ebook stuff. He also spoke about stoicism. Such an interesting.
Interesting. That's cool. I haven't seen things on I saw him on, For Whom the Bell Tolls, but I haven't followed up on, like, his personal channel yet. There's so many there's too many awesome channels
I
that
know.
is really difficult reading through the depths. Okay.
Reading through.
Oh, he was just on Why Read, right, with, Joanna and Philip? Is that right?
Huh.
Um, I think
I'll have to
I
come
hope I'm
back to
saying that right.
that. That's
Dude
he's
yes, okay,
very interesting.
cool.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
there's so
Thank
many
you.
cool channels out there that I'm just like, I'm struggling so much
I
to
know.
catch up on everyone's stuff, and,
I
it's
feel so bad.
It's hard, and at this point, it's like I need to, like, not comment. Like, I've been watching a bunch of stuff and not commenting on them because I just need to save the time so
Mhm.
I can watch more videos.
Yeah.
So, like, it's so tough, man. I've been telling I don't know if NA will show up, but I've been telling him for weeks, like, "Bro, I'm trying to catch up on your channel. I'm trying," and it's just I keep just, getting busy. It's crazy,
I
but it's okay.
That's the thing. I want to like Chris will come out with a video and I'll go, "Oh, I gotta watch that." And then Chance will come out with a video and I'll go, "I need to watch that."
Yep.
And then you will come out with a video and I'll go, "I gotta watch that too."
Well, it doesn't help that Chris posts every day.
Does he really?
I don't know. It seems like it's every day. It's a
Yeah, I
lot.
know it feels like it.
Yeah.
I
He's,
believe it.
he pumps out the content, man.
He
Dude, so
does.
Tad Williams is on my list, man. I think
Oh
me
man.
me and you both, right? We're starting Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn next year.
Next year. I'm so excited because I gotta do it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is another yeah, iWizard is awesome. This I just watched I'm like halfway through his interview with Rockio, and I didn't realize I was like, I need to watch the rest of this dude's videos because he is fantastic and very eloquent and very intelligent. Crazy. But yes, that Dragon Bone chair is
So gorgeous.
still it might I need to like formalize my thoughts, but it might be my favorite book cover I've ever seen.
Really?
It's up there for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely up there. Is
It's
it?
up there.
Hold on.
I know. I need to like actually think about it
Yeah, I gotta think about that too. If have you seen the end papers for the have you gotten the Malazan special editions?
for sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
that to
it's
make
tough,
sense.
man.
Have you seen the end papers?
Mhm.
Jeff Brown's end papers for
Oh, he's
those.
the best.
So good.
He's the goat.
It's
He,
not even fair.
yeah, the dragon that he did for Deadhouse Gates is just like I
Holy
can't
shit.
handle how much I love it.
Like I saw it and
Um,
I went, I want that on my wall.
yes, 100%. I definitely want to buy. I want to. So I like my setup, but I
Yeah,
want to try to make room for like some of these Jeff Brown prints because that would
I
just be
know.
amazing to have in the background.
And then he did Kamor from Gentleman Bastards, and that looked
Oh,
gorgeous.
okay, I don't know if I've seen that.
Yeah, if you look at his print, because he has a shop.
Yeah,
If you look at those, he has that, and it's gorgeous. I never because I don't imagine things when I see his art of stuff like Darushistan. I'm going, oh my god, this place is beautiful.
yeah. So that's actually what's up, man? Thank you for coming.
Hey,
Um, that's an interesting question. So like when you read, what goes on in your brain?
okay,
Do
I
you
gotta
see
think about
things or what's going on?
that. I just when I read, I'm imagining, okay, this is happening. This thing is happening. Like it's I kind of want to say a summary, but not really.
Mhm.
It's like I'm imagining if somebody's punching, if Dalinar throws a punch, I'm imagining a punch being thrown, but I'm not imagining a person throwing the punch.
Okay.
And when I read dialogue, I hear the words in my head
Mhm.
and I go, okay, I think I know who that is because I can pick up on the little details of how a character speaks most of the time. Sometimes authors aren't doing me enough favors.
Sure. This
And I
sounds
don't have a yeah, I don't visualize.
it sounds is this kinda similar to what Evie's saying maybe?
Yes, in fact, I can't
Okay.
like I don't have a moving picture in my head.
So interesting.
Do
Maybe
you?
I'm the weird one. Yeah. It's like I'm watching a movie.
No, that's normal. That's
Okay.
the normal one. I think I'm weird because
Okay.
like I have multiple friends I have one or two friends who read and they when I said I don't have a moving picture in my head. I don't imagine it. And they look at me and they go, "What? What do you
Yeah.
mean you don't? How, how is reading any fun?" And I go, "It is."
You still get a lot out of it. This is funny too. Having just a few actors that, like, play the parts.
I think that's what John said at some point.
Yeah, like fan cast stuff
He
sometimes,
fan
right?
casts plus himself.
Yeah. Speaking of John, we both have come from the Talking Story.
Yeah, that's true.
We have indeed. We've both leveraged John to get ourselves into BookTube,
Oh yeah.
and,
Hey John, come
no
over here.
regrets. No regrets. No, John's the best. He's
Yeah,
he's
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 awesome.
amazing. Um, But, yeah, man, it's that's so interesting to hear just different people's experiences. Like, mine is it's like it's watching a movie and every character has like, they look different, they sound different. There's, like, like, the voice, everything is weird.
Like, in my head, I don't even imagine a face, I can't imagine eye colors,
Yeah,
I
I've
just
heard
can't
that a
do it.
lot. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. Uh, but at least that's one of the cool things. You know what? I wonder if that's why it's so natural for you to, like,
To
reflect
analyze.
and, like, analyze all
I
the
think
stuff,
so
right?
too.
Because 'Cause you're getting all that extra depth that you don't see
Yeah.
in, like, the head movie, whereas maybe I have that movie's there, so it's less natural for me to dig into all the other things because 'cause I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that was awesome," you know?
Yeah. For me, it's like the words are what's sticking out.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's very
Um,
interesting.
so I said this when I think it was when Talking Story passed maybe 2K subs or something,
Dear
and
lord.
I was like, "Talking Story is gonna be one of the biggest channels out there."
Oh, I believe
Like,
that.
I'm calling it right now, and they are yeah, their channel is just unbelievable.
Oh, yeah,
The chemistry that he and Jacob have, and
is
bringing in the missus, bringing in Pooh, it's just and they're just the whole family is just so lovable and awesome. Like,
exactly. I
yeah,
think I do believe that he'll reach that high of, like, Mike's channel.
100%. Yeah, I agree.
He's gonna do great.
Yeah, and he doesn't even care, which is hilarious.
I know,
He
that's the
doesn't even
best
look at
part.
it. Yeah,
He doesn't give a shit.
yeah, it's awesome. I
It's like,
love it.
"I'm doing it for fun!" And I
Yeah,
respect that so much. I try
yeah.
not to look at the analytics either.
Yeah, I mean, same. It's hard not to look at it at all,
I know. I
because
look at
like
it, but
yeah, because I'm definitely, like I like numbers, right? I just like I'm doing a PhD, right? I like numbers, I like
yeah,
data,
of
it's fun to
course.
look at, but at the same time, it's like the whole point of this whole thing is just to have fun
Yeah.
and be part of the community, right? And the more I look at the numbers, like, I just don't want that to take away from the cool
Mhm.
community stuff.
Yeah, to
Um
me, it's I wanna do better, so I look and I see how can I do better. There was actually a comment on one of my videos at some point that said I should add music, and I can't do it. Number 1, I don't know how to get royalty-free music that I like and is good and fits the atmosphere,
mhm.
and I just don't want to. I hate editing with a burning
Yeah,
passion.
me
It's
too.
so awful.
Yeah. I started doing, like, a quick little edit at the start and end of my last couple of videos
Mhm.
that it I didn't put I put enough time into it that I'm like, "Yeah, this is fine." It's not, like, amazing, but it's not horrible. Like, I don't feel
Yeah,
embarrassed about it, and I'm like, "Yeah, it's just I don't know, something a little different, a little
I would never
extra,
do
whatever." I think it's yeah, I'm
that.
like, "Oh, this is cool." But, like, dude, some of these channel like Daniel Green's channel, for example, right?
Mhm.
The editing that
God,
he does, I'm just like, "How"
how do you do
like,
it?
good on these people who do that because it's a difficult, tedious skill that
Right.
I just don't find it that enjoyable. Some people love it, right? But I'm like, "Man,
Thing
crazy."
is, I wouldn't have as much of a problem with it if I use DaVinci Resolve, and as I open up my computer, I swear to God, it takes 10 minutes for the damn thing to load the video.
Mhm.
So I'm just I have to constantly pause because I find a spot where I'm like, okay, this is where I need to pause it. This is where I want to timestamp something, or
Yeah.
this is where I want to put up an image. And when I pause the video, it takes another 10 minutes to start back up. And so I need to see the first 5, 10 seconds because the first 5, 10 seconds is me turning on the camera, walking over here, and then I cut that out. So
Sure.
nobody wants to see me just slowly walking over to
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
chair,
I
sitting
mean, it might
down.
be maybe that's your thing, just like John and Jacob trash talking each other at the start of theirs. I like this too. There's a lot of different vibes here, which is so
It is
fun. Different channels are great for different vibes. I very much agree.
I think it's awesome. I love how it's so good.
Yeah, it's so good. Brian is pretty funny. That's true.
He is really funny.
Yeah. This is dude, so it's actually interesting. I feel like I
Oh,
have benefited from like I've done a lot of stuff on the computer on camera for like my actual job.
mhm.
So I'm not the best person at talking to a camera. I'm not going to say that, but like I feel like I'm reasonably comfortable doing it and I don't, you know, stumble too much or whatever. That's been helpful. So like I can't even imagine like when I first started ever talking to a camera trying to do this and just feeling like I had to edit out every 20 seconds in my
Oh, yeah.
video. Ugh, it'd be tough.
So I think my first talking story, what was it? Town Square. It was on Fool's Errand, and I didn't even show my face. And I'm like, I stumbled over my words like 10 times.
Yeah.
And I was struggling to get it to the 2-minute mark rather than over because I love Fool's Errand so much.
Yeah. I remember this. Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I remember this. 'Cause I was like,
I
"This is awesome." Like, "This is longer than they asked for, but this is great."
Oh, really? Because you see, that took, I think, 5 takes, number 1, and I was sweating
Was it
bullets the
was this the
entire
one
time.
was this the one where at the end you were like, "Okay, and that's my timer, I gotta stop."
No,
There was one where you did that, I feel
I
like.
started that with One Piece, I think.
Okay.
Because I had to say, "Okay, there's 2 minutes. I'm so sick of having to make 5 different takes."
Yeah.
'Cause
That's how
I
it
I
goes.
swear I've had to do it so many times.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Just, I don't know, I feel like it's practice, obviously, but then I
Yeah,
mean, who am I to give advice? I'm not a master of it at all, but, like, I think some of it's practice and some of it is literally just like, "Oh, if I screw up, who cares?" You know what I mean?
exactly.
Just taking the
That
pressure off and whatever.
that's the mentality I started getting into when I put up the camera for the first time. I said, "You know what? If I mess up, I don't care. I'm gonna learn."
Yeah, 100%. And, like, that's
Yeah.
also the cool thing about book people, right? Like, we're here to talk about book stuff, like, we don't expect people to be the greatest public speaker in the
Oh, yeah.
world, you know?
I mean, I feel like for the most part, most of us are introverts.
Yeah, and, like, we're all nerds at the end of the day, and we're all
Oh,
just, whatever.
yeah.
So, it's all good.
Because
All
I'm
good.
that's the thing. I was always terrified, or when I went on to the camera, I was thinking, "I'm terrible at holding up conversations. How am I gonna hold up a conversation with myself?" And then I thought, "That's a lie. What am I talking about? I talk to myself in the mirror 10 minutes every day at least."
So this is interesting, right? Being nervous to do live, but not, like, being able to edit. I totally understand what you mean. I'm
Mhm.
almost the opposite, in that, like, when
Oh,
it's
yeah.
live, I kind of forget that this is going out to the internet right now. Like, I'm
Oh,
just like, "Oh, we're
no,
just
I don't.
talking," you know?
I have
Um,
one filter
the only
because I have some
reminder
hot takes that could get me in some deep shit.
yeah, there you go. Gotta be careful. But, like,
Exactly.
my only reminder that this is on the internet is seeing these comments, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just like, "Oh, I'm just talking to Alex, or I'm just
Yeah.
talking to whoever."
I'm
And
talking to Jake, I'm
s
talking to Chance, I'm talking to Chris or whoever.
yeah,
It's awesome.
yeah, and it just feels, comfortable and, like, I don't need to plan, like, I do very little planning for my videos. I might jot down, like, a couple bullet points or whatever of, like,
Oh,
"Hey,
yeah,
make
I
sure
don't.
you mention what you read this week," or whatever. But, like, for this, it's like, "Oh, there's nothing." We'll just talk about anything. Who cares?
Yeah.
I don't know.
This, you could just sit down and go, "Yeah, let's just chat." Like, oh, man, I'm so excited for December's gonna be such a great month, man.
Oh, every month is a great month, bro.
It is a great that's true. Every month's a great month. This is gonna be a great month. Hold on.
For sure.
So, yeah, that is true. I would agree with that.
Yeah. Tell me why you're so excited about December.
So,
Let's hear it.
oh, no, wait, no, I'm gonna tell you. You're reading Water 7, aren't you?
I'm planning to read it as soon as I'm done with Stormlight.
Okay.
That's my plan. So it'll be, like, at the tail end.
Alright.
Unless if something changes and I can get it in earlier, cool, because I am definitely missing it after, Skypiea, but
So December, I'm going to be reading at least oh crap, Stormlight 5, of course.
Mhm.
Fools or not Fools, Assassin's Fate. So I'm going to be finishing Realm of the Otherlings.
It's the last one, right? Yeah.
Yep. And I think I'm going to be starting Malazan.
Oh, man.
You see?
That is a crazy
It's an
month.
exciting month.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot, dude. Good for you. I'm happy
Yeah.
for you.
Because to me, what I think of December as is it's a month of endings and it's a month of beginnings. Because we're
Yeah,
ending the
exactly.
year and we're about to start a new one.
Mhm.
And if I let it end on I'm gonna be a little bit more depressed.
Sure, sure.
So I gotta start something too.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start Malazan, which I love. I've one thing that I've been spoiled on, and it's a quote from Memories of Ice. Do you know which one I'm talking about? There
Um,
might be two. Now that I think about it. Compassion.
okay, yeah, yeah.
I know about that speech, and I love it.
Yeah, that moment's pretty great. Um, the whole book is great. Like,
I believe it.
even that's the interesting thing about Malazan is, like, even if you could spoil so much of it for yourself, and you're still gonna love the journey. It's so cool.
I believe it.
Yeah. There's so much stuff in there.
I'm so excited for Malazan. I know that I say Malazan and it's supposed to be Malazan. That's the one thing I won't bend on.
That's okay. I think Erickson has said he doesn't really care. So I think you're fine. This is very true.
Oh,
Good
that
books
is
are
probably gonna be
hefty.
true because I have those. Oh, it's gonna be gorgeous though. Oh, you know what I got? I got a notification today from the Broken Binding. It always makes your day, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, when something
You want
mails
to know
out.
what's coming?
Is it the Sun Eater?
It's Sun Eater.
Okay, I was like, "It can't be the next subscription book already, so it must be Sun Eater." I can't believe how fast that's coming out too.
I know. I'm so excited,
Crazy.
man.
I can't wait. I can't
Because I
wait.
don't
I'm
have Empire
still
of Silence.
you don't have it?
No, I listened to it on audiobook.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I I was for a while because I had the paperbacks,
Hmm.
and then because I was like, "No way am I spending hundreds of dollars on a hardcover." And then when they did the re-release, I was like, "Okay, I'm definitely getting the hardcovers because I like this too much." So, for a second, I was debating, am I gonna have 3 sets of Sun Eater between
Ooh.
paperback, hardcover, and then the broken binding ones? And I was like, "No, I can't do that." So, let me sell the paperbacks, and, I'll just have the hard because like, the Kieran Yanner covers on the, like, commercial hardcovers are I love that art so much.
Oh yeah. Uh,
I can't get rid of them.
have you gotten the? So you're not gonna get the Sun Eater?
Oh, I'm getting it. I'm just gonna have the 2.
Okay.
I'll have the normal hardcover set and the broken binding set, and I'm fingers crossed that they do a reprint of the diamond edition because I might wanna get that also.
By the way, they are going to be giving us, if we want, with the next Sun Eater, with the next set of Sun Eater books. Uh, they're giving us dust covers for the American covers.
Really? I
Yeah,
haven't heard this.
they said in one of the Twitter comments
Oh,
for something, or I think
interesting.
somebody asked them, "Hey, are you guys going? Are we going to be allowed to have the American covers?" And Broken Binding said, "Yes, if you want them, we will give them to you after you order the next set."
Interesting. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
definitely going to accept it. I might not use it, but I'll accept it.
Yeah. Their covers are interesting, right? It's like the obviously everyone talks about how cool the pillars are when they're like breaking down book to book
Yeah.
on the reverse side. Those are it's definitely cool. The other side, the
Mhm.
more I look at them, the more I like them. And
Yeah.
initially I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. The only cover of the normal side is what I'm going to call it. I don't know. It's by Renee Eigner, I believe. But
So,
I saw no, oh my god, the third book, Demon in White. There we go.
yeah.
Demon in White's cover is gorgeous. I loved that one at first sight, and I'm like, that was making me reconsider keeping the Penglu, whatever it's board art. Is it
Yeah, yeah.
the reverse dust jacket
Yeah.
as the main one, as the mainstay? But I decided that I'm gonna keep it because I love the column breaking down, and I
Yeah.
also just love that style of we've got this mural of battles, and it's so cool to me.
It's very cool. And honestly, just the naked hardcover, the art on that
It's
is
so good.
gorgeous
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
Um, I don't know. It's tough, man. It's gonna be tough to decide.
You know what
Uh,
I hope? I hope Jeff Brown does a piece of art for Sun Eater.
oh, that'd be incredible.
I know it would be.
That'd be awesome. I mean, how many more special editions can Christopher do? Maybe he can get one,
I like
get
that
one
idea.
lined up.
But if he does make the diamond editions again, I will buy them.
I
Like,
definitely would. I would definitely like one. And it sounds like he's gonna do eventually like omnibus of all the short stories and omnibus of all the novellas. So like I'll get that. That's sick.
oh yeah,
And yeah, so I'll have quite a bit of Sun Eater stuff on my shelves eventually, which is
yeah.
fun.
It's such a good series, though. It's worth it.
Yeah, and he's such a good person too. It's like I feel very good about supporting. That's kind of
Yeah,
like the special edition stuff, it is a lot of money, and I
Hmm.
think
I
it's
know.
worth it because it just makes me really happy, right? So
Yeah.
it's like a general quality of life thing. But then it's also like I love the idea of supporting somebody that I just genuinely really like, and that's why like even like Sanderson stuff, where the I got the Words of Radiance leather bound, just because I'm not gonna get all of them. I'm just gonna do the Stormlight ones.
Yeah,
But
same.
he's such
I'm
a
not.
good dude that, like, I feel good about that. Or Christopher, like, he's such a good dude, I wanna do his. I would kill to get the broken binding of The Bound and the Broken, but they're just impossible to get the early
I
books at
know,
this point.
right?
So but Ryan seems like such an amazing dude also. Like, I just wanna
He
support
does.
him, but I'm not spending $500 on a novella, you know?
No.
It's
Mm-mm.
just not I can't do it, but, um, I don't know. I wonder if there's any way to even get the rest of the series that might
I
still
don't.
be
I
worth it.
really don't care about the first. Look, I love those first two books, but if I can just kind of, I don't mind if those are the two missing.
Yeah,
If I can get Darkness and Light and of War and Ruin and all that stuff, I really don't care.
fair. I know what you mean. Have we read Dune? Have you read
So
Dune?
actually, here's a funny story. I was able to coerce my English teacher in ninth grade to let me read Dune for her class, and I'd already read it, even though it was against the rules to read a book you'd already read. I was very upset with her because she wouldn't let me read Lord of the Rings. So I duped her and said, "Let me read Dune." There was this other guy in the class who he really wanted to read Dune. So I said, "Yeah, hey pal, let's go read Dune." And
That's
so,
amazing.
is that my annotation? Wait, no, it's not up there. Oh, it's over there. Never mind. I'm not getting that, but I have an annotated copy of Dune.
Nice. So you've read it twice.
Yes. I'm trying to think if I've read it a third time. Yes, I've read it twice.
Cool. I've only read it the once. That was actually just like, geez, maybe 2 years ago at the most. It was relatively that was actually the first, um that was the first, like, sci-fi that I sought out and read as an adult. Like, growing
Oh,
up,
okay.
I read, like, some Star Wars books and stuff growing up and, whatever, as a kid, but, like, as an adult, and I was like, "I wanna read, like, real science fiction," you
I
know?
thought you were gonna say that it was 2 years ago and that's when the first Dune movie came out, and I was gonna feel real old.
No, I did it was between part 1 and part 2 of the movies,
Oh, okay.
'cause I remember I didn't see part 1 yet because I hadn't read the book yet, and I wanted to make sure that I read the book before, and I wound up reading, actually getting to Slay's comment, I wound up reading all 6.
Yep. Oh,
Um,
you've read all 6. I went up to God
yeah,
Emperor and I stopped there because
yeah,
I don't know why I was so satisfied with the ending of God Emperor that I was done.
yeah. I think if I reread it, which I'm sure I will read it at some point, I will probably do that same thing. Um, I I was so enamored with the Bene Gesserit that I was like, "I need more," and I found out that books 5 and 6 were heavy Bene Gesserit,
Oh,
so
yeah,
I
okay, that
was
makes
like, "Yeah,
sense.
I'll do that." But, this hold on, is this true? Not part 2 didn't come out 2 years ago, did it?
You're trying to gaslight me. I don't believe you, Evie. I don't believe you.
But,
I refuse.
yeah, I think, the 5 and 6 were weird, man. It's like, I did get a lot more of what I wanted from the Bene Gesserit, but, like, I knew there was not gonna be a satisfying ending at the end, which there's not, and Miles Tegg is actually a really cool character, so I was glad to read about him. Eh, but, like, it's different, right? It's
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
imagine.
It's different. But I'm not gonna lie, part of me is, if I go in with the right expectations, intrigued enough to read the ending that Brian and, Kevin J. Anderson did.
Hmm, that would be
I'm
interesting.
intrigued.
I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. I won't read it, but
I have all of them. I have literally every book that those 2 wrote on my Kindle because Humble Bundle did a thing where it was
Oh, okay.
like, you can get all of the I think I paid like $15 for every, KJA and Brian Herbert Dune book.
You would probably very likely feel the same way. If you felt it was too cold or cerebral, I think you would still
It
feel that way.
yeah, it's,
It feels very
the movie
distant.
is way more action packed for sure.
That is true.
The,
And I
well, it's
feel,
I don't know.
as I feel ashamed as a book reader who loves Lord of the Rings books more than the movies. Um, I like the movies more.
I actually like the Lord of the Rings movies more, but
Really?
I have only read the books once, and it was probably 12 years ago,
Oh,
and, I remember just being like, "Yeah, this is fine," but I think now I would enjoy it more, if
yeah.
I do wanna reread it.
But so when you're done with that, no matter how many people are naysayers, I tell you, read the Silmarillion.
I have read The Silmarillion.
Oh, you have.
I have, and it was a struggle, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I don't get it.
It was, so here was my complaint,
Go
was
ahead.
that not complaint, but just I wish some of the focus was placed elsewhere because there was a lot of stuff on
Middle Earth.
the lineage and the,
Ah.
family stuff, which is really interesting. Like, I have no complaints on
Mhm.
that. But there's like this Balrog war that we just barely mentioned in passing. And
Fair.
I was like, I wanted to hear more about that. That sounds really cool.
That's fair.
And I just kind of wish there was more of certain things. Um, but for Kosigan, I keep seeing this. I keep
I
hearing this name
want
thrown
to
around.
because I know that Rockio loves Vorkosigan Saga, and I really want to check that out alongside. Crap. There was another one that I cannot remember anymore. That it was Vorkosigan Saga and Witchy Eye that I really want to read both of those.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
I
I've
remember
heard him mention that. Yeah,
I remember him pitching Witchy Eye as there is a Benjamin Franklin who is a wizard, and I love that.
sounds cool. Yeah, I would like to at some point. I have like this deep, like I want to go back and read a bunch of the classics and like older stuff that things have
Yeah.
been built on, and it's
Like
just hard to find the time. But
for me, one of the big things is I don't know if you can see that, but that's Wheel of Time.
I love Wheel of Time, man.
I got to book 6 and I know I will love it. But um I was trying to rush through it and that was not working.
Yeah, yeah. Take your
I
time.
I have to let myself take my time with that. And right now I have so many other big series that I'm reading and it's just not going to fit in.
Fair. That's how it goes.
I
You gotta
think
cut something.
it's going to be what I read alongside A Song of Ice and Fire as the last two big series.
Oh, you haven't read that either.
I have read the first book. In fact, it was one of the very first books or one of the very first big series and first adult novels that I read. So it was
Nice.
the trio for me is Shadow of the Gods, Way of Kings, and A Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones. Those were the first three adult novels I ever read.
Wow. Cool.
And I was very lukewarm on A Game of Thrones. I liked Shadow of the Gods more, and then I just loved A Way of Kings.
Yeah. Interesting. That's so funny. It's Wheel of Time and Song of Ice and Fire were the two things that like really made me like an adult reader. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I read a bunch of stuff as a kid, and then I got in this cycle where I just read through Harry Potter over and over and over and over. And then Game of Thrones TV show was on. I was like, oh, I should
Oh,
check these out. And so I started reading those, and it just game over, man. As soon as that was done, I was like, I need something. Like I was googling what series is similar to Game of Thrones, and Wheel of Time was number one on every list. So I jumped into that, read the whole thing all the way through,
do you think
and
so?
that's it's similar in the sense that it's big and sprawling, and
Okay. In that
it
sense, I'd agree.
yeah, it's quite different in a lot of ways, but
I was like,
it's
"Wait, what?"
yeah, it's big and epic. But yeah, dude, I love the wheels. Even like the slog, I still love those. Um, and then the ending, there's one tiny detail that I wish was different, but otherwise, it's the most satisfying ending I've ever experienced. It was just awesome.
Thing is, with those new Song of Ice and Fire covers, I just had to say and with Bookborn, she would say how like, I watched her videos, and she's so passionate about it, and I'm like, "I want to be that passionate about A Song of Ice and Fire because I love the lore. It's so interesting to me."
Yeah.
Like, Essos and the fall of Valyria.
Mhm.
I think it's such an interesting lore.
Yeah. There's so much good stuff in there. Speaking as a Lord of the Rings fan, did you watch Rings of Power? That's a funny so I watched the first season and I was mixed. What threw me off was what I like to call the PowerPoint slide transition towards the
Oh,
end
I know
of
what you're talking
the
about too.
season. And so that threw me off, and I have heard that season 2 is better. I know Philip and AP have been doing their discussions and that they've generally been pretty positive on it. So I'm interested enough to continue. I'm not enough of a Tolkien elitist that I just refuse to do it, but, um,
I
yeah,
will
I haven't seen
admit,
season
I do have this to admit. So one of my best friends and I, he's a die-hard Tolkien fan. Like really like Tolkien, but that is his favorite thing. He is of the opinion that nothing is better than Lord of the Rings. Nothing
2. Okay,
will ever reach that quality again, or at least for another
respect.
millennium.
That's fair.
And so we go in after having just read the Silmarillion to watch Rings of Power,
Mm,
and we go, son of a bitch, this is not what I wanted.
yeah. Well, it's not from the Silmarillion, right? It's from, like, the appendices or
It's from the
something?
appendices, and that's why we
Yeah,
were really upset.
that's
And
funny.
we sat down, we watched the first 2 episodes, and I fell asleep. I won't lie, I was so bored, I
It
fell
looks so
asleep.
good, though. Like, you can tell how much money they threw at that thing.
Yeah. But then I saw that, God, did you see the shot, or you've watched the first season, so you've seen the shots that shift between Halbrand and
Sure.
Galadriel, like, right
Ye
in their faces?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It was so dumb.
There's some interesting choices being made.
I couldn't
Um,
take it seriously. I just had to laugh.
well, maybe here's a completely smooth segue. Would you like to explain your
Yeah.
BookTube channel name?
So the biggest reason is that I have a couple friends named Alex. And not only that, but the friends I know who are named Alex also know about 5 or 6 other Alexes. So a good chunk of the people I know have to know a different name to call me by. And so they were like, "What's a name you'd like?" And I said I threw out there Iskandar because I had heard that the name Iskandar. Have you ever watched Fate Zero?
Yeah,
I love Fate Zero,
yeah, it's awesome.
and my favorite character is Iskandar, and I didn't know that he is Alexander the Great.
Yeah.
And thus I am named after Iskandar. So I'm like, wait, Iskandar. So I'm telling these guys to call me Iskandar. And number one, I saw Alexandria, and I'm like, I like that. I like that name
Mhm.
a lot. And then I know that Alexandria is a name that is taken, I think. And so I said Iskandaria because I was talking with my grandfather, he's from Egypt. He was born in Egypt, and he was telling me how I think in Arabic they call it Iskandria or something of the sort. And I looked it up, and I was wrong, by the way. It was Iskandaria, and so I was like, "Oh yeah, you know what? I like that." So Iskandaria is what I'm going to call it because it's the Library of Alexandria, just in Arabic.
You know what we need to do is we need to have you and Alan from the Library of Alexandria have some sort of face off because your names are right there.
Oh, that's true. The thing is, I think I like Alan a lot.
Oh, he seems great. I would love to talk to him.
Because he has so many hot takes, and
Yeah.
I love arguments. The guy seems to be just like this argument
Yeah, yeah.
powerhouse.
Yep.
And
Right.
there was, have you watched the Alan and Talking Story interview?
Yeah, that's fun.
It was like, I am the sole arbiter of truth in
Yep.
this world. And I go, oh, I'd love to talk to this
Yeah,
guy
he
because
would be
I'm
fun.
cackling the entire time. And also, I want to know. Oh, wait, actually, I won't say that because it's a One Piece related question
There you
for
go.
him.
We got some love for Witchy Eye. We got some love for Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn. Yeah, we can't wait to read that next year. It's gonna be awesome.
So excited.
Chris is here. What's up, dude? Looking sharp. Yeah, Alex is. I'm looking not that sharp. I'm in like this weird
The only
tattered
reason I have this on is
hoodie.
because I came straight from school.
There you go. Gorman Gas is another one that I keep hearing about. basically, if I hear that Philip's gonna read something, I'm like, I should read that at some point,
Yeah.
you know?
I feel like
So
he if
it's
he
on
gives
the
it
list.
praise, that means, "Ooh, that has" like, I really want to read, you even brought it up, Prince of Nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, the thing is for Prince of Nothing, as I told you in your comments, I have 3 series that are, like, super powerhouses, and for the most part, I wanna have buddy reads for both of them or for 2 of them.
Mhm.
That is Janny Wurtz's Wars of Light and Shadow, because holy god, it's so much, and it's
Yeah.
brilliant. It truly is, but it's a lot, and I think that if I talk about it, I'm gonna want to talk to somebody about it, and if I don't have anybody to talk about it with, I will lose my damn mind.
Yeah. Those, the chats in those live streams for the read along are gonna be awesome.
Oh, I believe it.
I'm excited
And
for that.
then it was Wars of Light and Shadow, and then Prince of Nothing. I really wanna read Prince of Nothing.
Yeah, me too.
That is gonna be a great trilogy,
Yeah.
and I just know it in my bones.
Yeah, uh, I want the very dark series for sure.
I know.
What's up, dude? We were just talking about you earlier,
Oh,
how I still gotta catch up on your channel. I'm sorry, bro.
I'm gonna have to add that channel to my list.
So he's also writing a book, so we gotta keep an eye out for that.
Oh!
Yeah,
Oh!
there you go,
Oh,
Slaves in
that's
Egypt.
awesome.
Uh, yep, there you go.
Oh, that would be such an interesting discussion, though.
It would. I've been yelling yes, okay. Are you the one who put it on Philip's radar? I feel like that sounds familiar. Don't give
Gorman
Philip credit for that, sorry. I wasn't saying it was his idea, I'm just saying if he mentions something, I'm like,
Don't
because
give
he's
Philip
just
credit for Gorman Gas.
because he's gonna talk about like, I feel like he's so selective with what he reads because his time is limited by work and SPFBO and, like, all this stuff, that I'm usually like, if he talks about something positively, it's probably good, you know?
I believe it.
Um,
Ah,
I also
I
just
really
like him, so
Gorman Gas has been very interesting to me. I think I first heard about it from Captured in Words. His videos
okay.
are awesome. Have you ever
He's
watched
another one
them?
that does I've seen a couple videos. He does a lot of editing too, right?
Yeah.
Like we
Like,
were talking about
it's
earlier.
insane. I saw it and I
Yeah.
go, how does this man do it?
Yeah.
I don't get
Yeah.
it, but I
Crazy.
respect it a lot.
For sure. For sure. It is, it's definitely impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Have you have you read No, you haven't read Age of Madness, right?
Correct. I've read is the first trilogy.
So are you gonna skip over the standalones?
No, I'll do the standalones and sharp ends first, I think, and then
Okay.
do Age of Madness.
Yeah, I'm probably just a heretic because I did skip the standalones.
Well, good news is they're standalones, right? So,
They are standalones.
you know,
That's why
should
I
be
skipped
able
them.
to get back in there.
Yeah, I
Um,
wanna
Contemporary overlords.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's definitely older for sure. How's the prose? I hear the prose is
I've heard it's really good.
indescribable, is what I've heard. Like it's just amazing, and crazy. Alex, you're dead to me.
I'm sorry,
Ah,
Chris.
oh no, the company's falling apart. We have infighting. For anyone unaware, here to Book Beast, the two of us and Chance Dillon have a book club called the Red Company where we are doing. Right now, the plan is maybe every other month, read
Mhm.
something, get together, talk about it. We got We Are the Dead by Mike Shackle
Oh, yeah.
up first. And I think we decided we're going to get together and talk about that like right at the start of December. So that's on the TBR for November.
And
Talk about it
then
early December. It'd be great.
Chance is gonna do that Berserk live stream. Oh, man.
That'll be fun, dude.
I'm so excited for that.
That will be. Oh, okay. So he's saying the standalones connect the trilogies very well. So there you go.
Well, I get to see it I get to recontextualize the
There you
trilogies.
go. I will read the standalones before the sequel trilogy.
He's not better than me because of it. He's not.
What, oh, that's so funny. It's exactly what I was just gonna say. What are you reading right now?
I'm reading We Are the Dead.
Oh, you jumped in. You jumped in.
Yeah.
Very nice. How far are you?
I am about 70 pages in.
Okay.
right
relatively
after I'm
early.
done with this, I'm gonna hope that I get 100 pages. I don't know if I will, but we'll see. I'm hoping to finish it by the end of the week, but we'll see.
Very nice. I have a feeling that one's not going to take super long to get through.
I didn't expect it to be as small as it is. Actually, I don't have my
Yeah.
copy with me. It's in the other room, but it's pretty small.
Yeah. And I think the chapters are pretty short. I kind
Yes,
of flip through
they
it super
definitely are.
quick, and that always helps. That's kind of like I'm on Fury of the Gods right now. I'm like
Ooh, how far away?
150 pages in or something.
What are you thinking of it?
Oh, I love it. It's fantastic.
Okay, good.
Um, I'm I'm sort of expecting it. This is not a spoiler because I haven't read it. Okay, this is just my expectation. Is that similar to Wrath and A Time of Courage? That is probably just going to be like one huge battle for most of the book, or at least a series of battles throughout most of the book.
Mhm.
And I love his battle scenes so much. And knowing what we know about the characters that are in this series, I think those battles are going to be very epic, and I am super excited. And
Yeah,
I'm
I can't
really,
give any affirmatives or negatives because if I
yes,
say
please
any
don't,
of those two,
don't say
I've,
anything,
I've finished the trilogy.
don't say anything. And I just, dude, actually, I don't know. I need to finish Bloodsworn first before through Hunger of the Gods. I would probably still say Faithful and the Fallen, but we'll see how Fury of the Gods lands the ship.
Okay, then I really do have to read Faithful and the Fallen. I haven't read it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I believe it.
He does
I want to.
what he does with like the chosen one trope
That's what I've
is
heard,
so cool.
and I
It's so
love
cool.
any twisting of the chosen one trope. Is just it's my jam.
Yeah. It's really, really cool. I watched I finally went back and caught up on the brothers Gwyn had a video with it was them and John, and just kind of talking about what they've been through as a family, and then the
Mm.
writing of Fury, and there was a little bit of Q&A thing at the end. It was such a great video, but it made me love the series even more, and it made me love John Gwynn even more.
I need to
Just
watch that
seeing
video.
you, dude. I am not joking. I was tearing up 2 minutes into the video. Like, just you can just tell how much that family loves each other. It's unbelievable. Like, it's so palpable just through the screen. And
That's
I
the
was
thing.
just like, bro, it's crazy.
I actually, as I was reading the Bloodsworn saga, I have been thinking about what's that idea of family that Gwen is showing, and that is definitely going to be one of my next videos. I'm going to make a video on how family supports that idea of, or how family is portrayed in that series, and how it impacts the theme of discrimination throughout it.
Awesome. Dude, that'll be a good video.
I hope it will be.
Yeah. Well,
If
I'll
it's going to
definitely
be
watch it. It'll be
improvised, and I
awesome.
don't care what happens.
Yeah, it'll be yeah, dude, I I was already a really big John Gwynn fan, and it made me even more so. He just seems like the best dude, and I don't know. I can't get enough of his
He seems like such
stories,
an
dude.
awesome guy.
I would kill to talk to him, man.
I same here. I
Manif
won't lie.
manifest y'all manifest it in the chat. Let me get John Gwynn on the channel.
Or maybe just let me get John Gwynn on the channel,
Yeah,
on
how
my
about
channel.
both? Let's both do it.
How about yeah, let's do both.
Yeah, watching Chance go through Berserk is so fun.
It's so good. That's why, like, so when Chance texted on the group chat,
Yeah.
I just read a chapter title,
Yeah.
and I'm sure I was cackling.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it was yeah. If you don't get emotional watching the beginning of that, there's something wrong with you, bro.
I,
Um,
okay. You know what? You've decided for me. When I'm done with this, I'm gonna go back and watch them because I love the
go
Brothers
watch that.
Gwyn. They're awesome.
Oh, they're great. They're great. Um,
God, I really do need to read Faithful and the Fallen. It's so many books.
oh man. Please try it again. Malice starts off slow. It starts off slow and very traditional, but it's so good, bro. It's so yes, Arabella, we're manifesting. Slay, we're
Thank you,
manifesting.
Arabella.
There we go. Somebody Aslan was asking how you're liking We Are the Dead so far. I know you're not super deep in, but
Um, honestly, I'm really enjoying it much more than I expected. So I didn't expect anything out of it, and I think you remember first while we were in talks for the group buddy read,
yeah.
I was like, I don't really want to do Last War. I put it at the bottom of what I wanted to read, and then I just
Yeah.
said, "You know what? I actually if it's the least interesting thing to me, I don't know anything about it, number 1. I'm just not interested. I think I need to bring it up and say, this is the thing I'm gonna read." So
Mhm.
I said, "Hey, you know what, guys? Ignore me. I'm being an idiot. Let's read it."
Well, I'm glad you did because I'm excited to read it, and I think from what I've heard, it is it's very Evie. You were absolutely right, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how to contact him.
Yeah,
So
actually,
if anyone knows how to contact Mr. John Gwynn, please let me know.
I
Send me an
would
email
very
or
much
DM or
appreciate it.
something. 'Cause I will do it in a heartbeat.
Speaking of,
Um,
not, I'm going to at some point this week. I'm going to try and contact Rockio because I want to talk to Rockio
do it, man. Do it. Like she
because
said, worst thing they can say is no.
he is awesome and I'd love to talk to him.
Oh yeah, he's the man.
Because Sun Eater is another one of the most important series to me. It's that, and I'd say Realm of the Udderlings are some of the most important.
So I actually I actually did this. Um, I I emailed uh
Really?
I emailed the brothers Gwyn because they have their email in their channel,
Oh
and
man.
I was just like, "Hey, I'm sorry if this is awkward and weird, and like I'm not trying to be, but like, I was just like respectfully, if there's any way that you could let me know the best way to contact him, I would love it, and blah blah blah." But I can't because he doesn't follow me back. I can't DM him on either of these. So this is what I'm saying, and
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
my
find a
problem with
website.
Philip.
It's
I
the
want
man
to
is
talk to Philip. He's like one of the top honchos that I want to talk to,
it's
and
tough.
I can't talk to Philip.
It's tough to get a hold of these people. You watch this, right, Farron?
I have. Oh man, Free Ren's amazing.
Freerin.
Have you watched Free
I
Ren?
said it right. I have not, but I'm told that I missed out on a big one, and I need
You
to
did.
get in there. So
It's so good. I remember I read it back. Okay, hold on. I gotta think about this. Late 2022 when COVID was starting to let off. I just binge read the entire thing. It was great. So wholesome.
yeah, yeah, that's what I hear. Because it's like an after the fact kind of story, right? Like um, it's right there on the save me. Tell me what the story's about.
Epilogue?
Yeah, it's like after a battle or after something, and
Aftermath?
it's like, yeah, it's like this. The character's trying to like get back into like what is life now, kind of thing.
Oh, son of a gun. I don't think I can't think
Uh,
of it either.
Am,
I
am
can't
I am I
you
thinking of
might-
the right story?
No, no, yeah, it's not after a battle, but it is after like killing the demon lord and all the generic stuff.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah. The
like
stuff you
it's
never
that
see in the other shows.
it's no, it's so good. I love it. I I have a friend, he didn't like it that much, but I still love it. It's just it is I don't like cozy fantasy that much. I don't like the idea of it personally. I don't I'll admit I'm all for that serious stuff. I want the serious
Sure.
topics to be tackled every time I read a book.
Yeah,
But when reading that, I'm like, "You know what? This is the best way you can tackle a cozy fantasy."
yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, that's cool. That
Yeah.
I think I would like it a lot because I definitely some of my favorite anime, to be honest, are like just slice of life, whatever. Like I don't need everything to be super action packed or dark or anything like that.
Well,
Um,
what would you say is your favorite anime?
oh man,
I know it's evil.
I can't say Berserk because I would say that's manga more than
Oh, yeah.
anime.
I wouldn't
Um,
say Berserk the anime
I
personally.
think JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is up there.
Really?
I love JoJo so much.
I've actually never watched JoJo.
Oh man, that's amazing. That's up there. Fruits Basket is up there. Um,
Oh, Fruits
Full
Basket.
Metal
That is
Alchemist
something I
Brotherhood
wanna
is
watch.
good.
Say that again?
Say it again. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is the classic
Oh, yeah,
example, but
Full Metal.
obviously it's really good. Attack on Titan was really good. As much as I don't want to conform to the common opinion, it was amazing. So
Oh,
that's up there,
it seems like I have the hot take now.
I guess.
I didn't like the ending.
Yeah, the ending was hit and miss with people, but,
Yeah, no, I was there when the chapter came out, and holy hell, if you could have seen the fan base then, they
I heard
were
about it.
they
I
were
heard about
murderous.
it. Yeah. Yeah, so,
Um,
Death Note was awesome for especially the first half of Death Note.
oh, Death Note was really good.
Um, the Devilman I watched Devilman Crybaby.
Yeah,
I
I've never
haven't gone
watched
back
that.
and watched the other original stuff. Inuyasha, yep, that's a classic again for sure. I'm trying to think of, Bebop was awesome. Um, a lot of the 90 like Yu Yu Hakusho was great. A lot of the 90s stuff I liked a lot.
I do want to check out Yu Yu Hakusho. I've
You
never
should.
watched it.
It's it's
It
it's fantastic, man.
or am I thinking of Rurouni Kenshin? I always get the 2 mixed up.
Well, they're both fantastic. You should watch both. The Rurouni Kenshin remake that they're doing right now is actually extremely good.
Yeah, the remake, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, the remake's
Because I was
very
about
good.
to say Yu Yu Hakusho just got a remake, didn't it? But no. I was like, "No, I don't
I
think so."
hope if they ever do, I hope they keep that's what I like about the Kenshin one is they're keeping the art style very similar.
Have
Um,
you watched Steins Gate?
Not yet. I need to.
So, I'm not sure what I think of it. They're making a reboot, so
Really? It's not that old.
yeah, it's not that old. That's why I'm confused. I don't know why it needs a reboot.
Interesting. City Hunter, Golgo 13. I haven't heard of either of these.
I've never heard of either of them either,
Okay. Sounds
and
cool.
I've been pretty big into anime for a couple of years now.
Yeah, it's cool. It's just like books, man. You never know about everything. It's nice to add stuff to your list.
I know. It's so interesting.
It is.
Like, you'll think, "I know it
Yeah,
all!"
this one too. Got a remake here too. That's coming out
It's out.
early
It's coming
early
out.
or was it out now?
It's coming out now.
Okay.
I don't know what Rama 1/2 is about, but
Me either.
I know it's getting a remake right
Yeah.
now.
Dawn to Dawn is unbelievable, dude. You're watching that, right?
Yes.
It's so good.
So I watched the first 2 episodes and I text my friend, "Hey man, go watch Dan to Dan on Netflix. It's so fucking weird and it's right up your
It's
alley."
super
He's like,
weird.
"I've heard about the specialness of Dan to Dan
Uh-huh.
or Dan to Dan," and I'm like, "Man, you gotta watch it," because it was so just. I was watching it and I'm going, "What the hell is
Yeah.
this?"
Just if you watch JoJo, you're gonna have the same reaction.
Really?
JoJo's is like literally anything can that's what's so cool about the magic system is that anything can happen, and there are rules to each person's, like, power,
Mhm.
but the powers can be the most random, crazy, off the wall thing you can ever think of. It's so much fun. I bounced off of Castlevania, if I'm being honest.
You see, I watched the old Castlevania, or not the old Castlevania, the first Castlevania series. Then they made Nocturne, and I haven't been able to get into that.
Yeah, I think this is super lame, but when it first came out, I think that I had this, like, elitist it's not real anime because it's not from Japan,
Oh,
like,
I still don't.
stupid it's
No,
so
let me tell
dumb,
you this.
but
I fight that. I am on your side.
it's like, it can
It's
still
not
be
anime.
awesome.
It's
Thank
animated.
you. What's up, dude? Go back to
Hello.
studying. Get some sleep. You got a lot going on, but thank you for saying hi, I appreciate you. I'm talking to her on Saturday, and I'm very excited.
Oh,
It's gonna be fun.
really?
She's so cool, dude. It's gonna be fun.
All right, huh? Yeah,
Yep,
I'll definitely have to jump in on that and watch you guys.
that'll be fun. I think we're doing, like, noon-ish. It's like, or noon, yeah, because it's
Noon
kinda
Saturday.
time
Trying to
zones.
think. I think I can do that.
I don't even know what that is. Good luck.
LFTs. Huh? I have no idea what that is,
I don't know.
but it seems both of us are students.
Yeah, right? Yeah, she's doing, like, med school rotations and stuff now.
Oh, have fun with that.
Liver
That's what I
function
wanna get
tests.
into.
Okay. She loves it, man. Apparently, it's like I don't know if you watched her last, like, live update thing, she was talking about it in there, and it's so okay, I'm gonna nerd out on life for a second,
Mhm,
that I think about this stuff a lot, like, with grad school or any, like, post, bachelor's degree thing where
mhm,
like, really get into the weeds, and it's such a hit and miss thing for like, some people, it's exactly what's right for them, and they love it, and it's perfect, and other people, it's just such a massive just blow to their life, and, like, they hate it and they fall apart, and they're like, "I'm in the wrong place, I'm in the wrong journey, what am I doing?" And it always makes me happy when I see people when they're like, "Yeah, I'm in the right place." That's such a good feeling, and,
Thing is,
it's a hard thing to find, like, some people never find that, you know?
I hope med school is my thing because I truly my it's so I love anatomy. I love so I'm in an AP bio class right now, and it's just the most interesting thing to me. We would
Yeah,
do these things where we're analyzing animals and trying to see like what they have or what the problem is in their body and how can we fix that, like there's a lack of an enzyme or something, and it's simple, but I love that, and I'd love to go more into the weeds and
yeah,
understand that more. It's so interesting.
that's
And
cool,
for
dude.
example, I have I told you about this, how I'm doing this research into trauma and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that stuff, and it's such interesting stuff. I love all that sort of thing, all these sorts of things.
yeah. We should be like, I don't know how to say your name, I'm so sorry. Saint
Sean.
Shannon? Tell me how to say your name. But I love this quote. I like the humanities because I have a passion for unemployment. That's great.
Man, I can't. I
Oh, you're
die
getting
in the humanities field.
you're getting quizzed.
No, oh.
Here we go, on the
Okay.
spot.
3 regulatory enzymes in glycolysis. I can tell you not that. I'm sorry.
I used to know this, hold on.
We have not gone over that in
It's
my class yet.
I had a because I did nutrition stuff too, right? So I should know what this is. PFK
Okay,
is one of them.
I'm going to have to talk to is it do I pronounce that Vera?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm absolutely going to have to talk to her.
Shannon, okay.
Shannon.
My parents did this to me. Yep, PFK, okay. Uh,
You see, I
wow,
was thinking a simple name, Alex.
this is really going back in the archives for this glycol so I took a biochem class in my undergrad
Mhm.
that I had to part of it was we mapped out the entire process of glycolysis with, like, all the enzymes and all the steps, and I used to know it by heart. Pyruvate something synthesis, what's the,
Dehydration
um,
synthesis. I know that one.
uh wow, I'm disappointed in myself. I used to know this so well. Kinase. Is it really
Wait,
pyruvate kinase?
pyruvate. I quite literally just learned about that 2 days ago. Hold on.
Exokinase. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm a fake PhD student because I don't know my glycolysis stuff.
Wait, yeah, you need to know that.
I don't, bro. I need to know.
You need to know about biochem.
That's the nice thing about my degree is it's so practical and applied. So like in exercise science, you have like clinical stuff, mechanistic stuff, where that's super important. And then you
Mhm.
have the applied stuff where people like me go, where we just want to lift weights all the time. And
I can't blame you. I love
yeah,
lifting weights.
it's great. It's the best. Like that's literally what our research is we just bring people in, we lift weights, and we track everything and measure stuff. It's great.
Oh, that does sound fun.
It's awesome.
Because, in fact, one of my friends, he started up a powerlifting club, and we're like, and then a couple of my
Sweet.
friends, we go, let's go.
Do it. Powerlifting's dude, I've done like
So
4 or 5 powerlifting meets. They're super fun. And the sport is awesome. Like everybody is so supportive of it's like no one cares how much weight you're lifting. Everyone's just
yeah,
supportive and
we're just
cheering each other on.
doing
It's
stuff.
so
Yeah.
cool.
I haven't done
Mhm.
what we're gonna do a meet in February, I think, and I'm
Awesome,
so
dude.
excited because every Thursday we meet, we go till 5, and I it's so much fun to hang out with friends and lift weights. I can't
Yeah.
I love it.
That's cool.
I don't like sports though, so can you explain the role of MEF2 in muscle growth?
Isn't
Okay.
this one of the,
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He
I don't
doesn't.
have to know. You know what I need to know is, like, how many sets should I do to maximize muscle growth, okay? That's what I need to know, and, I'm about to publish a meta-regression on that, by the way, so, uh,
So he
isn't
has
MEF isn't isn't MEF2 like doesn't it inhibit muscle growth? It's like that with myostatin and something else. Um, it's either that or it's one of the inflammatory markers that pops up in the hypertrophy process. That's my guess. It's one of those 2 things. I didn't know this was turning into a quiz. Yeah,
been quizzed.
Professor Vera, uh, How much do you guys bench? This is a question that's easier to answer. I don't
Oh,
bench
sure.
anymore because I'm lame and do bodybuilding, so I don't need barbells. I can use machines because they're easier and more fun.
I can bench 140 was my max last time I checked. I think it might be up to 145, 150.
Let's go, bro. What do you here? Why don't you talk about what you're studying right now?
What I'm studying? I'm in high school.
You're studying everything.
I'm studying everything. I'm not doing chem though. God. Chem.
Chem is I hated it at first too, but then actually came to love it by the end of college.
Chem is okay. Look, I hate thermo so much, but I will also say the teacher that I had was just not for me. Holy God! Oh
The teacher
God,
matters a lot.
it does.
Yeah, teacher matters a
My
lot.
biology teacher, she is awesome. She has a name tag that says uh "Enter if you dare, foolish mortals," and I love it so much.
Nice. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, the
But
teacher. Yeah. See, there you go. Chem was hard, but it does click eventually. It's just one of those like you just got to bash your head against the wall enough times, and then it eventually makes sense.
I believe it. I specifically biochem I love.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun when organic was fun because you get to draw lots of pictures. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yes, that
If you
is
get
true.
there, you'll get to do that. I do know all about the soup cans and exercise. You just gotta carry those heavy soup cans and you're good.
What are you gonna? Are they laced with steroids?
They might be. No one needs to know that.
Oh man. Or you know
Whew.
what? Maybe we can lift with books. We can find it.
Dude, apparently Win and Truth's gonna be like 1350 pages or something. So we're gonna
Yeah,
be set.
God, it's gonna be crazy, isn't it? I'm so excited though. It's like more Stormlight. Hey, bring it.
Oh, I can't yeah, I'm stoked. It could be twice that and I'll be happy.
Oh yeah, because end of this. Hopefully, do you think that we're gonna get our leather bounds for what's it called? Words of Radiance by the end of this month?
I don't know. I mean, people are getting them already. The signed and the numbered
Yeah, but it's the
ones
people who
are
paid
showing up.
$650.
Yeah. So I don't know when they're gonna show up. Mine doesn't have shipping confirmation or anything yet.
Yeah,
So
I don't either. That's the thing. I'm hoping I can get it before last week of this month because I'm on break then, and I will totally use that week to binge read Words of Radiance
yeah,
leatherbound.
dude. I so I when Wind and Truth comes out,
Hmm.
um, I my plan was that life is stopping. I'm reading that right, but I just found out I have a amazing opportunity in my job that I will travel for. It's amazing, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so excited. But it's like
It's right there.
5 days after When in Truth comes out, so I'm gonna have to take, 3, 4 days away from reading it,
Darn.
and
So
part of
I'm
me like, I'm
terrified.
stoked, part of me is sad, but
Wind in Truth is coming out at the most inopportune time because I think a week after, or a week or 2 weeks after, I have exam week. And I
that's
go, oh
tough.
shit, I need
Yeah,
to
that's
focus
tough.
on those exams, but life has to stop.
Yeah, I mean, just think about, this is the end of Stormlight, right? Like, you got more
Yeah.
exams you can do. So,
Uh-huh. There's more exams I have to do.
yeah, it's gonna be yeah,
I'll be
When in
able to
Truth
juggle it. I'm able to juggle it
well,
most of the time.
yeah, it'll be okay. I mean, you'll need a break from studying, right? So you'll be okay.
Yeah.
This I would not do. This could be considered potentially illegal. So
Sorry.
I might
What?
not do that. Um, yeah, we probably want to chill on that one.
Okay,
But
John.
yeah. So anyway, back to Win and Truth. So yeah, man, ah, it's I'm definitely considering taking it on the plane,
You
but
should.
it would take up
Or
like my entire personal item, right? So I'm just
oh,
like, I
that's
don't know.
true. Buy the ebook.
I just don't like the ebooks, man. I'm
I mean,
coming
I can't
around to
blame
it.
you, but
Yeah, I'm coming around to it. I'm getting more used to doing some ebooks here and there because some things it's like like a lot of self-published stuff, unfortunately, if it's $25 for the paperback and 99 cents for
Yeah.
the ebook, like, especially if I don't know that I'm gonna love it. If I know I'm gonna love it, then, I'm okay with that.
There
Or if it's something I really wanna support or what have you, but, you know, for the
there's
most part,
yeah,
I'm just such an elitist with
I
physical.
know
I
physical
like the
books.
feel, I like the
Mhm.
smell, I like the weight of it in my lap, like, it's just
It's
I don't
so
know.
nice. I can't do the
Yeah.
I
The
just can't do
convenience,
it.
though. Yeah,
Mhm.
they're
That's
super
the thing.
convenient sometimes.
I wanna get, because Kindle just announced a color edition, which I'm debating it now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have just, like, this super, super basic one. I
Mhm.
got it on Black Friday last year, because I was tired of
Thing is,
bringing big, heavy books on planes.
I am upset if I can't see my, cover in color. I don't
It does, yeah, it's not
'cause
important.
I like the covers. It's part of it. So if I can't see the cover in its full glory, then I'm not gonna be very happy.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, seeing that because it's like seeing art in books, right? It's just
Yeah,
the art it's part of why special editions are cool. The
it just
art
makes
helps
me
bring it to
happy.
life. Yeah, makes you happy, good vibes, all of it,
That's why
you know?
oh my god, I thought it was so funny when you asked, "Alex, did you get the special edition?" And Chance says, "Yeah, I got the special edition." And because I remember him going, "No, I'm not gonna get the special
Right?
edition.
Yeah.
It's too expensive." Chance goes out and buys it then.
I get it. That's the 11th cycle one for anyone not sure what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh, sorry, I should have said that.
Uh, I skipped it because I do have the paperback and,
I saw it. I see it in the background.
oh, yeah, I'll read it at some point. I really want to, but
You should.
I almost got it just because I heard that the special edition is a revised text.
It is.
So I was like, that's cool," but I held off, because I need to, you can't buy everything.
No, you
Gotta
cannot.
be a responsible person at the same time.
There have been multiple times where I've looked at a special edition and gone, "I really want that, but I can't let myself have it."
Yeah. Yep, that's how it goes. You
Like,
gotta be selective.
specifically with those Kickstarter ones, all throughout like, I used to be, I would impulse buy stuff as a kid. Thank God it was, like, when I was really young, but, like, I'll now look and I'll go, "Okay, I want that a lot. I want that badly. I'm gonna sleep on that decision."
Yeah. Yep.
I don't do impulse buys anymore. In fact,
Good.
when I buy a thing, I will triple check if I want to buy it.
Yes, that's smart. That's what dude, I the Words of Radiance leatherbound I slept on for, like, 2 weeks,
I know.
because I was
Same.
like, it's so much. Because that was the
So
first special
taxing.
edition I ever bought also.
Was it the first for me? Hold on, I gotta think about that. I bought the Lord of the Rings ones before that, but it was the first like true hardcore special edition that I've
Yeah.
ever bought. If I were to get like another hardcore special edition, it would probably be Farseer since Curious King is doing that next year,
Oh, are
and
they?
it's really hard to deny that
They do good stuff.
because they do good stuff, and I love Farseer with all my heart and soul.
Yeah, bro, the Dandelion
Oh,
Dynasty is a lot of money, but I love them
it
so
was.
much.
It's
I'm
so
such
good.
a I say this all the time, I love purple books, man, and,
It
they
is
got me
true.
with the purple.
But for that, it was the three big things this year that I bought were I was dead set on these three plus 11th cycle and Way of Adan. I'm dead set on Way of Adan. I
Yeah, me
will
too,
buy Way of Adan.
for sure.
Dandelion Dynasty, Malazan, and when I figured out Sun Eater was getting one, I couldn't deny myself because again, Sun Eater is one of the most important series to me.
Yeah, for sure. I could not agree more. Could not agree more. I guess plus the Words of Radiance, whatever, but
Oh yeah,
and
plus Lord of Radiance. I
I
love
was
Lord of Radiance
the
so much.
I definitely added on the Way of Kings one too, so I spent a
I
lot
know
of
you
money,
did.
but, I'm also like, "You know what? It's gonna be, I think, 2 or 3 more years until the Oathbringer one comes out, and
Uh,
then we're
two.
not getting 2 more years, and then
Oh yes.
we're not getting, Rhythm of War until, what, 2030? So, like, it's just they're gonna be spaced out enough.
Yeah.
It's fine. Um, and then I guess 2034 for Wind and Truth. So,
Oh,
they're spaced out so much, and as
yeah.
long as which I keep telling myself I'm only gonna get the Stormlight ones, but, like, they just posted about their big sale, and you can
Yeah,
get
I know.
all the Mistborn ones for 600, and I'm like, "That's tempting because 'cause they're only 100 apiece." It's a the best deal you're gonna find.
That's the thing. I want
But
it, but I wouldn't buy Mistborn Era 2, leatherbound. Even though I kinda like it, it's just not enough. It's not worth it to me.
I I largely agree. Um, I just I'm like a completionist,
That's
so I wanna
fair.
have the whole thing. But that's why I'm telling myself, "You can get all of Stormlight. That's fine. You can
Mhm.
complete that, but leave the rest." But then I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
I will
Mistborn ones are
definitely
so
be getting
good."
all the Stormlight. Been trying to get Way of Kings for a couple years now, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I might
It's
just I might reach my breaking point, because I typically save up for the first few months of the year,
Mhm.
and that's actually that was the reason why I got Words of Radiance, because 'cause I'd been saving up for a couple months, and next year, I think I might just have to go ahead and give in and get Way of Kings, because I also got that secret project. That's what I got as well. I
Yeah.
had
Yo, 100%. Yeah. Um, in hindsight, I kicked myself a little bit for not doing the Kickstarter for the original secret projects. Um,
Oh,
just because I got just the normal commercial copies, right? But
mhm,
then I got the Dragonsteel edition of Yumi as a birthday gift,
mhm.
and it's
Oh, that's gonna be
just so much
fantastic.
better that
Yeah,
now I'm like,
right?
I really want the Tress and Sunlit Man ones. And so I wish I would have just backed the thing. So we're gonna see. Whenever I can justify spending $100 to get those, I'll probably do it. Yeah, they're so
They're
beautiful, man.
stunning.
And the art, there's so much art in there, and it's all
There
so
is.
great.
I
It's
don't wait, this is the wrong one. I think Tress has I wasn't a big fan of the Tress art, except for the cover. The cover is gorgeous. Sunlit Man, though, it has a very stylized art, and I love it.
that's
I
nice.
also was
Yeah.
hell bent on reading Sun. Have you read Sunlit Man?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. I
I
have
got
not.
them all as they were coming out. I couldn't hold myself back.
Yeah.
I want I would have backed the Kickstarter, but I think it was a month after the Kickstarter ended that I had read Way of Kings.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I
Just
got
timing
into
wasn't quite right.
Yeah. So I read Way of Kings and I'm like, okay, what are the secret projects? I want to go
Yeah.
read these things. I want to go buy and back this Kickstarter. And then I look and I go, why can't I back it?
Yeah.
Oh god damn it. I can't back it.
Yeah. The timing matters so much. It's like,
It
I keep
does.
seeing now this what is his name? Something Estes with the is it Fate Marked? Is that his series?
Oh, the guy
Um,
who just made those 5 like that Kickstarter
yeah.
that's like
Yeah, yeah,
5
yeah.
special edition books, yeah.
Yeah, that they look fantastic
They do.
and, like, apparently there's tons and tons of art inside,
Mhm.
and it's just one of those that, like, I would I don't wanna just completely blindly spend that much money. Like, I would
Yeah.
wanna know about the author and or know about the story and, like, do I actually like this enough to do that?
Yeah.
And it's
Thing
tough,
is
but then you see the covers and it's just like
yeah. Do you know if he was doing it like book by book
it
before?
sounded it sounded like maybe he did the first book and that now he's doing, like, the full set,
'Cause the
something
thing
like
is,
that.
with the full set, like, I can't justify it. I wanted to, I really did, but I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I am going to be getting a Gunmetal Gods. I know enough about it, I
I'm
know just
yeah.
it's
I'm
up my
strongly considering.
I'm gonna get
Strongly
the first 2. Have you seen some of the art for,
yeah.
Conqueror's Blood, the sequel?
That's that's part of the selling point.
Yeah,
Yeah. It looks
it
pretty
was
great.
stunning, and I'm going, "God damn it, I have to."
Yeah. I think, like you, it's like, what I've heard about the series, I'm just like, I feel like I'm gonna really, really like it.
Yeah.
So, might as well. And I'm also like, a bunch of the Kickstarters that I've missed out on, I look back on and I'm like, I missed the God Eater one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I missed because I just didn't hear about it. But I
Ah,
loved the God Eater, so I was like, "Ah, that would have been a cool one." Or, Michael R. Fletcher did one for what, Blackstone Heart that
I backed that one.
I didn't either, but now in hindsight, I'm just like, the more I've learned about him and what his work is like, I think I think I'm gonna really like it, so I wish I would've gotten it.
Yeah. The
But it
base
is
premise of Blackstone Heart sold me, and so I backed it immediately.
yeah, and the art was awesome. It's just one of those that, like, it's it's not just the timing of whether you read anything or know anything about the series, but it's also just, like, what else you're spending money on at the time.
Exactly. That
That's
specifically. Like this time of year, what the hell is going why? I know
yeah,
why. It's but ah,
it's tough. It's
it is.
very tough.
That's
unless you
why
are unless you're the
having
triple B and you get every special
oh
edition
my
that
god,
comes out.
yeah, he's gotten so many.
I love it, man.
Like, I had to put the
Great.
hammer down and like, I think a ton of the stuff in last month, I was like, "Oh, I really want that." Like, I wanted Iron Council, but I haven't even read Perdido Street Station or The Scar, and I have both of them up there.
Mhm.
And I want it, but I need to understand if I'm gonna love this series.
Yeah.
And I will be backing, as I said, I'm backing the Gunmetal Gods, and I need to have that Way of Dan.
Yeah.
After those
We have
two, no more special editions for the year, unless something like out batshit crazy good, like maybe Darkness in Light. That I'll
I don't
bend
I kinda I'm
if I can. I don't think
yeah, I
they'll.
don't know if that's even gonna be possible because
I
everyone
don't.
who got the other earlier books are gonna get priority, right?
Oh yeah,
So, it's like, eh.
I don't think they'll ever even unleash it. So,
Yeah,
but
I'm
if
kind
they
of,
do, I'll bend.
I'm at this point, I'm kinda counting on I know Ryan's mentioned before about he'll do, like, a different set of special editions in the
Yeah.
future. So, like, yeah, I'll just hold out for those probably because it's just not gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
But,
No.
oh well, that's
No
okay.
matter how much I want it, but
Such is life, man.
yeah, it is what it is.
Life.
Thing is, I want another copy of War and Ruin that does not fall apart.
You're supposed mine's totally fine.
Do you really?
Yeah, I got the hardcover from Amazon. It's fine.
Oh yeah, for me, like I pull on it a bit too much and pops out.
Well, that is unfortunate.
Like I have, I think, 10 different sheets of paper that are in that book that have just fallen out or and are loose.
Crazy. Yeah, mine's fine. I don't know.
Huh, that's interesting. I got mine from Barnes and Noble though.
Ah, scoundrels at Barnes& and Noble.
I
This is a
can't buy
good how do you tell your kids they cost too much money? See, this is why you don't have kids. That's my answer.
some. You don't
Yeah,
get that special book. I get mine.
yeah, I'm sure that's really difficult, to be honest. Like, the more responsibilities you have and you gotta sacrifice some of your just pure enjoyment of having a cool book to actually do, take care of your kids, which I guess is more important
I can
than,
imagine. I'm too young to care.
yeah.
I'll
I'm
think
not,
about
but
it
I
in a
still am
decade.
just like, yeah, I don't know. I could see myself changing my mind, but at least right now, I'm like, I don't know if kids are for me. But who knows?
I'm not allowed to make a decision on that.
Yeah, who knows?
But what was oh wait, do you have the deluxe editions of Berserk?
No, I have every individual volume.
Yeah,
I
I
would
see it on your shelf.
Oh, yeah, you can see it. I would love the deluxe ones because I just think that they look awesome.
They're amazing.
It's just kind of justifying the price of,
Yeah, they're
you know
pricey.
they're pricey, and it's like these were a lot too, so
Yeah,
it's like,
$10 each. I know.
yeah, it adds up quick. So,
The one thing I want them to do it for One Piece. Like deluxe One Piece
I
volumes.
bet they will. I bet they
Hope they
will.
do.
Because I've seen them for at Barnes& and Noble, I saw them for Vinland Saga, I saw them for Trigun.
Yeah.
It's like if they're doing Trigun, they gotta do One Piece. I mean, One Piece is how many more copies is that sold compared to
Has
Trigun?
to. It's like I think it is the best-selling graphic novel out there. I could be wrong,
I wouldn't be shocked.
but I think it is.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, it would it would print money, right? I mean, there's
Oh,
so many fans, and especially now that like all these book people are getting on board, that book people
mhm.
like to have pretty books.
Yeah,
You know, I don't
that
know.
is true.
I don't know. I might buy them if they
I would totally buy them. Like, just no hesitation. I'd do it,
yeah,
especially if they up the quality of the translation. Because God,
yeah.
the
If it actually says Zorro instead of Zolo, it might be cool.
yes, if it says Zoro instead of Zolo, I will be happy and I will buy it in an instant.
Yeah,
Because those early volumes are.
yeah. There's a couple.
I'm reading them, but sometimes they're tough with the translation, and I don't typically care or notice
Yeah,
translation problems.
there you go. Hedonism is the way. I could not agree more, fellas.
Hedonism?
Um, enjoying life,
Oh,
basically.
yes, I completely
Maximize happiness.
I agree with that.
Responsible hedonism, I would say.
Yeah. Responsible hedonism. Let me add that.
Yeah, there you go.
God.
But yeah, objectively, kids are great, right? Like I'm not, I'm not hating. I'm very happy for you, man. I think that's awesome. Um, I think a lot of people, have this experience, and that it's super worth it. The sacrifice is super worth it. All that stuff. Very much on board with that. Just me personally, I don't know. I think I'm just a little too selfish at the moment. So
I'm too selfish for it. Screw you.
I could see myself changing though. Who knows?
Yeah,
But my
we've got
man,
time.
I am. We do have time. I am quite hungry, so I should
Fair
probably
enough.
go get some dinner pretty soon.
All
Um,
right.
this has been a blast to talk to you, man. I'm
It
glad that we
has
finally
been. It's
got
great.
we got everybody in the book club here together, all having an NLR Together episode, which is fun.
Oh yeah.
And they've all been different, which is also really fun. And yeah, man,
I
this
didn't
is
know that Chris had one with you, so I'm gonna have to go find that.
yeah, go back, dude. It was great. His was similar that I was just like, oh man, I need to. I've been talking to these guys all the time. I need to. Why have I just forget? Yeah.
I
So
know. I want to
this
have. I want to try and get Chance and you on my channel at some point.
yeah, that sounds great. I'm here for it, man. But yeah, this has been cool. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for being here. If you're watching this on the
Thanks.
replay, thank you for watching. Go check out Alex's channel, Iskandaria. Just search it up on the YouTube machine and it'll pop right up. Got some awesome videos. Like we talked about early in the stream, you got some really cool like deep dive stuff. It's not just
Oh
your
yeah.
normal
I'm so excited to get a couple more of those in.
yeah, that'll
So
be
fun to make.
it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. So
Appreciate it.
all right. Well let
You
me go
keep
get
doing
some
you. Your
food.
channel's been great.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. It's been so fun, man. It's so fun. I don't know. Everybody's right. The community's amazing and
Oh yeah.
makes you happy.
It's a blast. Anyways, I'm gonna go eat myself, and I'm probably gonna go watch that John Gwynn video that you mentioned.
Yeah, dude, do it. I
And I'm
thought
probably
I thought
gonna.
you were studying, bro. What are you doing?
You're supposed to be studying, aren't you?
All right. Let's go get some food.
Oh yeah.
Hop off here. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you.
Thanks. Have a
Love you
great
all.
day,
We will see
everybody,
you
and
next
you,
time.
Jake.
You
Jake,
as
there we go.
well, my man.
I really try. It's hard to get the direction right.
The directions are hard. I get it. I get it. That's why I just, hit the buttons. All right, guys. We'll see you later.
See ya.